Our Town Hall 12 upgrade is done. We get all those lovely boosts, which we're definitely going to take advantage of. And today, we're going to start on the Town Hall 12. We're going to be talking about building upgrade priorities. We'll talk about the laboratory a little bit, and we'll just kind of dabble on everything here at Town Hall 12 to get you started if you're a new Town Hall 12 player, or maybe if you just recently started on Town Hall 12. And where I like to start is usually taking a look at what new buildings we have. I mean, we do have some nice offers in here for the workshop, the Inferno, and if you do upgrade your Town Hall and you see some offers that you like, or maybe you're just browsing the shop and there's some awesome offers in there, consider clicking on that C and entering code BASH. I really appreciate that support, guys. But honestly, on this account, I don't think we're going to spend too much money, and I don't think we're going to really buy the gold pass. I think we might buy the gold pass on the 13, 14, and 15, but I think at 12, I think we'll be fine. So we do get some new buildings in here. Are any of these urgent that we need to build them right this moment? Workshop, it is nice to have, and it kind of depends on what clan you're in. Does your clan have people that are going to donate siege machines to you? If so, you don't need to worry about building that workshop right away. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not an absolute necessity right away here. Looking at the defenses, we have a hidden Tesla, we have an Inferno tower. I like to build those really early, but I also like to get some other things done. So we're not necessarily going to build those because they're going to consume a couple of our builders for a little bit of time, and we just don't want that. Now the traps are instant, so we can go ahead and we can build our traps. We can put them kind of over here on our progress base because they're not going to take up any builders. We want to kind of be smart about what we put in, how we put it in, all that kind of stuff, because we want to maximize our builders early on. There's quite a bit that we need to do in the first few days here, especially with all those boosts and everything. We want to try to take advantage of that. So we can build all those traps, and then we'll come back for the defenses in the workshop in a little bit. But again, if your clan doesn't have people that are able to donate siege machines, consider building the workshop right away. Now, me personally, I like to focus on offensive upgrades early. So we want to focus on stuff like the laboratory, the clan castle, the barracks, the dark spell factory, and then even into these army camps. These are all things that are going to boost our offense and make us a stronger attacker early on. And then we work on our resource buildings. These storages are really nice upgrades because they're going to add 1 million capacity each. That means when we use a rune of gold elixir, or even when we use a rune of dark elixir, because we do get 40,000 more space, we'll get more value out of that. So try to wait to use your runes. The upgrade costs at Town Hall 12 aren't too bad. That's why I'm not worried about buying the gold pass, because like 3.8 million, 1.8 million, like those are pretty cheap upgrade costs. Those are like 2 attacks, and we could be able to fill those up. And then we also have all of the collectors and mines and drills to go up a level as well. That'll be nice. One interesting building here is the blacksmith. In the blacksmith, we unlock the healer puppet for the archer queen. This piece of equipment will be really nice, but you have to ask yourself, are you going to use that healer puppet? With what we have available, honestly, the healer puppet might come in handy. Pair that with the frozen arrow and you can do some queen walks. Queen charge hybrid is a really nice attack at Town Hall 12, so I think the healer puppet might be worthwhile getting. Is it urgent? I don't think we have to have the healer puppet right now, but I do think that is something we want to prioritize when we're doing all of our offensive stuff. And then after we get all that stuff done, we can start focusing on defenses, and that's when we're going to build that Tesla and that Inferno. We'll put them in right here. We want to get the heavy hitting defenses upgrading first, so stuff like the Eagles, the Inferno towers. We'll get that 3rd Inferno tower. I love hidden Teslas. One of my favorite defenses in the game. Just a well-placed hidden Tesla farm can really mess up an attack. Air defenses, because we're going to see a lot of E-Drags, dragons at Town Hall 12, and then like Expos, Wizard Towers. Honestly, Expos before the air defenses, Expos before the Teslas. So kind of like Eagle Infernos, Expos, and then kind of down this line. And honestly, you could even go Wizard Towers before this stuff. That's just kind of how I do it. And then one thing to keep in mind here is our archer towers, our cannons, and our mortars need to go up twice. So you need to work on those a little bit. But again, they're pretty cheap. The archer towers and cannons under 5 million. I mean, that's really easy to do. And then keep in mind, we do have those traps if you just need something to go, like put a builder on. I forgot to mention the Town Hall with the defenses there. As we're upgrading like the Eagle and the Infernos and the Expos and all that stuff, we do want to be working on the Town Hall to get that to level 5 as soon as possible. That way we can not only get more targets and more damage per second, but we can also get that Giga Bomb at level 5, which is a major impact. And one thing I've been working on this account is trying to rush my Builder Hall to Builder Hall 9 and get all of the requirements up for the auto builders, so we could have the 6th builder in the home village. So that's something we'll work on as we work on this account. Now, one thing I forgot to do before we upgraded our town hall was buy all of our hammers. This could have saved us a little bit of trouble, but here we are. I meant to put it in the video with the upgrade tips, what to do before upgrading your town hall, because they have a 7-day cooldown. I didn't, so here we are. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna buy Hammer of Building, and honestly, I think that might be okay for now. Hammer of Heroes is probably okay to hold on. It is CWL week, but a Hammer of Fighting, Hammer of Spells, we might do a Hammer of Fighting, but for now, those two are going to be good. And then taking a look at our magic items, we do have one Book of Building and a Book of Everything that we can use also to finish off some upgrades. Now, things have changed with the laboratory. It used to be you have to get this laboratory up right away. It's a little bit under 4 million. It's 4 days. If we take a look in our laboratory, our balloons are level 7. So this is just the example I'm going to use. The balloons are level 7, but with that 5-day boost, they're boosted up to level 8. Our baby dragon's level 6, and you can see in the laboratory they're level 5. So you don't have to have the laboratory upgraded to get that 5-day boost. Now, it is nice to go ahead and start and get those lab upgrades going, but honestly, with this being such a small upgrade time, we're definitely going to drop the laboratory first. It's a 4-day upgrade, but remember, we have a 5-day boost. Yeah, guys, it's going to work out really nicely. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start that, but I'm not going to worry about finishing that using one of our magic items because we have that 5-day boost, and 4 days isn't really going to set us too far back as far as lab upgrades anyways. We will talk about lab upgrade priority a little bit later in the video, but for now, I don't feel we need to use a magic item on the Town Hall 12 laboratory. And one thing, guys, remember, we have our 13 going up, we have our 14, we have our 15. We will be doing upgrade priority guides for all of those town halls as they finish. So just stay tuned if you want. I know the comments are always like, do this for Town Hall 13, do this for Town Hall 14. They're coming, guys. We're just waiting on those town halls to finish up. Now we have some decisions to make with those magic items. We have our clan castle that when we upgrade it, we're going to get 5 more housing space, which that is awesome. Having that additional housing space, you can bring 2 dragons, you can bring a bunch of balloons. It's just a nice even number at that 40. We also have the barracks upgrade, which is going to unlock the Yeti, which I like the Yeti a ton at Town Hall 12. It is a very useful troop. One of my favorite attacks, the Yeti Super Wiz Bat Army, is so good at Town Hall 12. That's going to be a higher priority for me. I don't know how you guys are going to use the Yetis, but for me, those Yetis are going to be very usable. And then at the Dark Barracks, we can get the Headhunter, a very nice utility troop, especially if you are planning on using the Queen Charge Hybrid. It's a nice little utility to help that queen out as she's charging. It's a nice little thing for hero dives to help take out enemy heroes, or if you're using like hogs or balloons that are going to skip past those heroes, you're going to need those headhunters. And then our final upgrade here for the offensive new offensive stuff is the Dark Spell Factory, which is going to give us the Overgrowth spell. I haven't messed with the Overgrowth spell a ton at Town Hall 12, to be transparent, so I don't know how high of a priority list this is. I feel like the old strategies kind of worked well, so for me it's kind of lower on the priority list. Some of those other troops are kind of high for me. So with all that being said, let's see if we can get enough elixir. We have a little bit over here also, but we might be just short for these upgrades. Yeah, they're 8 million. So we just need a little smidgen of elixir. So I'm gonna throw a battle blimp at this town hall right here. We do have a Yeti and some sneaky goblins in there. That way we can get that down, and that should give us the elixir we need. Oh, not quite. Oh, not quite. That's okay. We got baby dragons. There we go. We just need that 8 million. Plus we get a star towards the star bonus, which is boosted for us right now. That'll be nice. So what we can do now is we can upgrade. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. The times are about the same here, if I remember right. 9 days. And let's see, this one's 9 days. Yeah, so they're kind of interchangeable here. We can use the hammer on one of these, which I'm going to go ahead and we'll hammer the clan castle. And then we can go ahead and we can use a book on our barracks to get that finished off. So we can go ahead and we can do that. Now, ideally, I would say we could use our rune of elixir to fill this up. But again, remember, guys, we're going to get 4 million extra capacity if we wait. So I'm not going to use a rune of elixir right now. It would be really nice, don't get me wrong, it would be really nice to get our Dark Barracks up, get the Dark Spell Factory up. But I don't think that's where we're going to go right now, just because we can get more out of it. Now, we do have our army camps and stuff also. There's a lot of elixir upgrades. even our blacksmith, elixir. So where we're gonna go with our other 4 builders here, we're gonna upgrade all of these elixir storages. Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Now, one thing I want to do is, so we don't waste dark elixir when we're out farming, is I want to use a little bit of this dark elixir. So what we'll do here is I think we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade our archer queen and just kind of have her working there. Now, we're at an awkward number there, right? We're at 3, but we do have that goblin builder. It's awkward, but I'm going to take advantage of the goblin builder. It's 140 gems. I don't usually like using this guy, but this is one time I don't mind using that goblin builder, okay? A little bit awkward, I know, a little bit awkward. But now we can use whatever builder potions we have for 5 builder potions. And if we really want, we could probably go get more out of here and kind of work through there with that, because that would speed us up. Let's see, 5 is going to be 50 hours. It's going to be about 2 days. I mean, if we get 5 more, it could get us pretty much done with those and kind of get us progressing a little bit more tomorrow, which we can kind of come back to. I don't know, we'll consider it. But one thing we want to do, we've talked about all this stuff, right? We've talked about all this stuff. I want to talk about the laboratory real quick. So let's take a look in the laboratory. So when our laboratory does finish upgrading, and our barracks, and our dark barracks, and our dark spell factory, when we get all those upgraded, these are the upgrades we're going to have available to us here at Town Hall 12. Now, what you upgrade in here is up to you. What army do you like using? Do you like using E-Drags? Upgrade E-Drags. I don't use E-Drags. I'm not great with them. I don't like them. I'm not going to use the E-Drags. But if you're an E-Drag player, you're going to obviously upgrade those E-Drags. The laboratory is all subjective to what you use as a player. So in the lab, there's a lot of upgrades I might make that might not necessarily resonate with you as a player and your playstyle. Now, there's a few upgrades that are kind of universal. If you're using the barbarian puppet or the archer puppet on your king and queen for their equipment, upgrading the barbarians and archers is going to upgrade those levels. That'll be a really nice upgrade. The wall breakers, having a higher level upgraded wall breaker to get through those max level walls easier, is going to be good. But to be honest, it's not a huge priority, because as a new Town Hall 12, you're probably not going to see those higher level walls just quite yet. Plus, super wall breakers are pretty effective. Another sneaky little upgrade is the P.E.K.K.A. If you upgrade your P.E.K.K.A, the P.E.K.K.As that come out of your siege barracks are going to be a little bit higher level too. So those are things to keep in mind here. But as far as upgrades, when I get my laboratory done, it's not done, it's still upgrading. But when I get my laboratory done, the Yeti is going to be a very high priority, because again, I talked about that Yeti Super Wiz Bat strategy. I want to get my Yeti up, I want to get my wizards up, and finally I want to get my bat spells up. And honestly, these are all going to be really, really effective for me. That way I'm getting the most value out of that attack. That attack is one of my go-to attacks at Town Hall 12. I could probably use that attack for the entirety of Town Hall 12. So getting those troops up is going to be a high priority. And then also Wall Breaker kind of goes with that attack strategy. And then even getting the Rage spell up. I think Rage spell is a pretty universal one. And if we have that Hammer of Spells, which we can get a Hammer of Spells, it's probably worth throwing that into getting that Rage spell up, because Rage is just really good. And then we have it maxed for the rest of our kind of Clash career until it gets a new level, I guess. But this will max out the Rage spell forever for us. But other troops to consider: E-Drags with the balloons, a really good combination. Even Dragons with the balloons, a really good combination. One army that I love a ton at Town Hall 12, the healers are already up. We can go Queen Charge Hybrid. We can get our Miners up. We can get our Hog Riders up, and then do a Queen Charge Hybrid attack, which will show off some of the best armies for Town Hall 12 kind of as we get going. You can also still use kind of Mass Witches or 5 ICG. That's still pretty effective at Town Hall 12, but I kind of have shifted to that Yeti Super Wiz Bat strategy over the 5 ICG strategy. But Zap Witches can still be effective at Town Hall 12. But again, it's all subjective. It's what do you like playing? What do you like using? What you like isn't necessarily what I like. What is the next guy likes? You kind of get the idea right there. That's just giving you guys some ideas. There's no right or wrong way to upgrade your laboratory. It used to be like, here, do this, do this, do this, do this. Nowadays, with like the equipment and stuff, there's so many varieties of attacks that you upgrade what fits your playstyle. So that's kind of where we're at here on day 1. We have our builders all going here. We have quite a bit. The only other thing we need to do is make sure we get that 4x star bonus every single day. Now I'm a little bit lower in leagues. I should have pushed up. I saw a couple comments I should have pushed up a little bit, but I was just worried about farming and grinding there at the end. But we do want to take advantage of this 4-time star bonus, even though we are lower in leagues. And then we also do get some extra practice levels if we do need kind of some extra loot in there as well. So let's go out and let's get this star bonus here. I do have baby dragons trained up, but that still will work out fine for us. All right, guys, let's full send in here. We probably need more baby dragons, actually, to be honest with you, but that's okay. We do have some lightning spells we can kind of use to our advantage, maybe zap out some of this stuff here. And remember, we do get like that boosted extra level, so that is something that's going to be nice. Let's put a baby in there. Not too much loot up there, so I'm not going to really sweat that. We're going to work through here. I almost wonder if it's more effective to just send just to kind of like ignore necessarily the town hall and just send for this loot on this inner ring here. I don't know. We kind of need to try to get 2 stars if possible. So I think what we'll do is we'll put our king in here, we'll put this in here, and then we'll kind of just send right through the middle. And let's see if we can get 2 stars working here. All right, let's hit warden ability. Let's go for the town hall. I'm gonna rage this. There is goblins in there, but if we rage it up, we should be able to get through there pretty quickly. Maybe get that clan castle. Maybe. Go, Yeti, go. All right, Yeti's working, King's working. Actually, yeah, we're pretty good. So we want to just get these stars as much as possible. I'll use a couple lightning right here just to get that. Nice. Yeah, we get 2 stars. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's hit that. Let's bounce out. Not a huge loot, but that will give us our first star bonus. Extra loot there, which I didn't make sure we were empty here. Okay, we're good. We have plenty of space there. Let's go ahead and let's get the other one as well. So after a couple quick raids, we're just going to send the battle blimp here. I think we need just 1 more star, and this will give us our last star bonus. So again, we want to stay on top of the star bonuses, stay on top of our upgrades. I'm going to try to stay on top of this whole series. We're going to have the 4 accounts going. I'm going to be working like crazy to keep these going. Nice. We get nice star bonus loot there. That's good, man. That's good. We do need to push up higher, and that's something we'll work on. But for now, we're fine, man. We're fine. We got tons and tons of loot. We got lots of loot in our treasury. I'll try to fill up our elixir for tomorrow, or not necessarily tomorrow, but the next day. I don't know. Maybe, because I think we still have a couple days on the 13th. So I think maybe we will buy those builder potions here. I'll do the math, and then we'll kind of work through so we can finish those up. Hopefully this guide is helpful for you. I will link the progress base in the description and down there in the comment section so you guys can have it. But again, remember, it does not have those new defenses and the workshop. So that's something to consider if you guys want to have that in there. Up to you. But for now, it does not have that in there. Hopefully this one was helpful. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.